When I see the people around the world and myself and other different species, I begin to wonder and ponder about this complex nature of reality. The very reality that we're most familiar with and yet doesn't seem obvious. I begin to question my own existence. How do I even able to make the sense of self, being self? How do I have this awareness of being myself or the rest of the world around me? Or is that a right questions to ask? It's very difficult for me to wrap my head around with these kinds of questions. It sometimes ruffles my feathers. Every materialistic stuff in the universe is made up of electrons, protons and neutrons. The stone is made up of the same stuff, electrons, protons and neutrons. And so do I, and so do you. So what makes the difference? Well, it must have to do with the particular arrangement of those atoms and molecules. That's what makes the difference if this is true. But how does this particular arrangement of those atoms and molecules give rise to the phenomenon of being aware of itself? This is so astounding. According to some scientists, the complex chemistry within our body becomes biology at some point in the past in the history, and that allows us to perceive this spectacular world, which is the result of millions and millions of years of evolution by natural selection. But the problem of being conscious and having an awareness remain unanswered. In fact, this is the most central problem in modern philosophy and science, and that we commonly known by the name of consciousness. To put it simply, consciousness is the awareness of the experience we experienced. For instance, the experience of the taste of the chocolate. Now, when you take a chocolate and put it in your mouth, you experience the sweetness of that chocolate. Not a surprise, right? But the intriguing part is that how does your brain experience and decode that as a sweetness? Now, some of you might gonna say that the chocolate is sweet. That's the reason your brain decode that as a sweetness. Okay, right? You can't suppose chocolate is sweet before you taste it or experience it, because sweetness is an experience. You can't explain, or there is no way to explain so far, how does that experience of sweetness felt alike to the other persons, but only you can agree on that. It's like trying to explain the red color to a blind person. You see, you can't explain the experience, but the only thing you can do is agree with the other persons who had that experience already. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Those experiences are responsible for enriching us with knowledge and makes us a distinct species from the rest of others. Isn't this amazing? It is amazing, right? It is so fucking amazing. When we began to deep dive into ourselves, we really began to appreciate the complexity within ourselves and the world around us. This gives us a unique and different perspective to perceive the world, which might be helpful for understanding a different layer of reality. There is a great quote from Max Planck, a great scientist of 20th century, which goes like this: if you change the way you look at things will change. With that being said, thanks for watching.